Hey guys, I'm Tom Rohr, and I've been skating for over 20 years. I'm here to give you all the details that you need to know to learn tricks as fast and efficiently as possible, and of course make it fun in the process. Every trick has that one tip that you should never forget. Once you know what that is, it's in the bag. Let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. A lot of you guys have been wanting to see 360 Pop Shuvits. I've been seeing the comments on Instagram, on our TikTok, so I'm going to deliver today. Time to learn 360 Shuvits. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those bell notifications on to be notified when our new tutorials are released. All right, let's do this. Let's start off with the foot position. So for your back foot for this trick, you would think that you have to hang your toe off like this to get it to scoop, but that is going to cause your board to flip on you. Because what it does is it puts pressure down on this side of the board, and you want to have your pressure pushing down in the center. That's what's going to help your board not flip. It may be a little bit harder at first. It's awkward. You have to kind of figure out how to scoop like this, but in the long run, it's going to help you big time. You're going to be able to get that pop that you need, and your board will stay much more level. So don't put your toe off that edge. You can have it kind of in between, even like right here. As long as you're seeing that grip tape and as long as your toe's not hanging off the edge, that'll help you do really good 360 Pop Shuvits. Watch this one from Seva Krotkov. Notice his back toe. See how his foot's not hanging off that edge? It's just on the board, so you can see that grip tape right around the tip of his shoe. And the front foot. So for this trick, I would say just kind of imitate what you do for an ollie, actually. I put my feet in almost the same position as an ollie. My back toe gets shifted a little bit this way, but the front foot is very similar. Sometimes for an ollie, I might put it back a little bit more to get more pop, but for 360 Pop Shuvits, I'd say just imitate an ollie. And if you haven't watched my ollie video, I'll link it right here. Go give that a watch to learn how to properly pop your ollies. You want your toes to be pressing down in the center of your board, like your weight down on your ball of your foot, and also with your back foot. It kind of creates an equilibrium and helps you with your balance before you pop. And that's also what helps keep your board level, is by having your weight down kind of in the center here and kind of in the center here. Now let's talk weight distribution. You want to put most of your weight down on your back foot. That's what's going to create the pop and put that pressure on your tail that you need to get a good 360 shove it. So when you're bending down, bend down. Notice how I bend a little more over this back leg. Like, look at my legs when I bend. You can see how my leg comes out a little bit compared to my front leg. That's me putting more pressure on the back toe. And the way you stand on your back foot, I've taught for Pop Shuvits to keep your foot a little bit more flat, but for 360 Pop Shuvits, I go a little bit more up on my toes. Like, keep your toes and the ball of your foot in contact with the board and just kind of lift up your heel. That'll help you put a lot of pressure right down at that hot spot in the tail. Now the way that your torso faces before you pop. So I taught for 360 flips that you actually turn your torso this way as you're rolling up. But for 360 Pop Shuvits, it's similar but not as much. So you want to stay pretty square, and I notice I angle my shoulders just slightly toward the direction I'm going. The way that you lean over the toe side of your heel side of your board makes a big difference in this trick. So what I was realizing as I was doing this is for some of them, I would lean too far back over the heel side of my board, and that would cause my board to flip. So I realized that it's better to lean a little bit over the toe side of your board. Obviously not too much, because then it might be hard to pop your board, but if you lean just slightly over your toes compared to your heels, that'll stop the board from flipping as easily. When it comes to scooping 360 Pop Shuvits, I mentioned that you can still scoop even though your toe's not hanging off like this, as long as it's just a little bit on that edge. So you pop down and then watch my toe in slow motion. My ankle bends down this way and it kicks this way at the same time. That's what helps it scoop. So my ankle will bend, give it a little scoop as it's popping, and then it twists toward the front of my board. So think of like this motion. You go down, scoop, and then bring it back up, like this. So your back foot scoops it, and as you're scooping, your front foot lifts way up toward your chest. You got to get it out of the way so it doesn't interfere with your board rotating. And when it comes to catching your board in the air, some people can catch it with their front foot really good, which is super stylish, and other people catch it with both feet. It's kind of the way that I do it with both feet, so depends on how you do them. Then land bolts and roll away. Alright guys, that's all the tips I have for 360 Pop Shuvits. I really hope these tips help you guys learn this trick. Now, let's do some. But before I do some, make sure you stick around for the key takeaways after and screenshot those to take home with you. Alright. Don't leave yet. Be sure to hang on to these key takeaways. Put your back toe in the center of the tail. Put your front foot where you would for an ollie. Angle your torso slightly forward. Lean slightly over the toe side of your board. And lift that front leg up after you pop. I'll see you in the next tutorial. You!